Hey guys, it's Rebecca here. I just wanted to do this video on some personal development that I was actually watching yesterday by a girl named Mel Robbins on YouTube. I'll leave you the name of the actual videos that I was watching because if you want to watch them in full detail, then I totally suggest that you do. She had a lot of good stuff to say. But there was one thing that she had said that really resonated with me, so I thought that I would make a little video to kind of summarize quickly on this one point. So the one point that she had is a huge truth bomb. It might not settle in for some very well, but to me it really turned on a light bulb. And I just want everybody to know what she said, which is basically you will never, ever, ever feel like doing the things that you don't want to do. So if that is working out, if that's, going for a walk, if it's taking care of yourself, blah, 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 you will never, ever, ever feel like doing the things that you don't want to do. So for example, my kids, and when you were a kid, I'd say I'm going to use the example of my kids. This morning after the Easter hunt, we let them go on their iPads for a little bit. Well, right after we gave them half an hour or so, then we wanted to go for a hike, and they complained and they didn't want to go for a hike and blah, blah, blah. But me and Keith, being the parents, took them off their iPads and we ended up going for a 3-hour hike, which the kids absolutely loved. In the end, the kids would not have done that on their own. So when you're a kid, you have adults to make you do stuff that are good for you that you don't want to do in order for you to do them. But when you're an adult, it's different. You have to do it on your own. You could even have another adult, a loved one, try to convince you, try to tell you that you should. But as an adult, you can speak for yourself, you can do what you want. Unless you personally force yourself, you're not going to do it. And the reason that I just thought this was so important for everybody to know was because I think the number one thing is people get discouraged because they think certain people can do things so much easier, it comes to them easier, they're lucky. And I just want everybody to know that that's not the case. The people that achieve things and the people that achieve maybe certain goals that are the same goals that you're after, they work really, really hard and they force themselves with actions which steers them on the path to reaching that goal. The bigger the action, the bigger the goal that you're going to get. For example, things that I don't want to do. I hate having a shower. It's harder to discipline my kids as opposed to just sit there and ignore it and let them go haywire because it's more work. I don't like making supper, and I'm not big on being a mom's taxi driver, but all those things, I know I want the end result of what the action of me doing those things is going to give me and it's going to give my kids, so that's why I force myself to do them. So in the end, I don't want you to think that you're going to go down through this challenge, you're going to go down your basement or down your living room tomorrow and you're going to be like, woohoo, I can't wait to press play, because it's not going to happen, and I don't want you to wait for that to ever happen. I don't want you to think that that's what's happening to me, because it's not. For me, my alarm goes off and I do not want to get out of that bed. I cannot stress that enough, but I force myself to get up. And then I do one of 4 things. So one would be, I do one of 4 things that are 4 things that I think really help the activation energy process, which, to go back, the activation energy process is something that you need, some energy that you feel in order to activate that action. So which would be, you need the activation energy in order to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. You can look it up on YouTube, the more scientific version. I'm artsy-fartsy, my brain does not work that way, so about a minute into the videos I was so lost. So this is basically how I've kind of summarized it up, would be number 1, the personal development. And again, this is something you don't have to choose, but I really, really, really highly recommend it, and it's why I do it in the morning before I press play. Because apparently there's a 5-second window that if you wait that 5 seconds to do something that you don't want to do, fear will set in and your brain will talk yourself out of doing what you want to do, or what you don't want to do. Sorry. So basically, example, if you're at a party and you hear a song and you instantly want to get up and you want to go dance to it, and then you think, oh, people are going to look at me, 5 seconds goes by, you're going to sit back down, you're not going to dance. You need to use that 5-second window of inspiration, of that activation energy, whatever it is, in order to get you up to do whatever it is, the action you need to do. Number 2 would be healthy diet, because you need to be fueled in order to exercise. Number 3 would be keep moving, keep the body temperature high. The more you move, the more easier it is to keep moving. And number 4 would be get outside. So when you do have the option, get outside. And I don't mean, window shop or grocery shop. I mean actually connect with nature, feed the spirit, feed the soul, rejuvenate. Once you rejuvenate, you feel more alive, which is a lot easier than to force yourself to do other things. This is not easy. It will never, ever be easy. But there is a way for it to get easier, and the way it was explained was that forcing yourself is also kind of like a muscle. You are able to, by continually forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do, you will make the next time you force yourself a little bit easier. And also that those things being said, that the bigger the things and the more challenging things you are going to force yourself, the better the result is going to be. And the more inner strength you're going to get the next time you need to force yourself. So I just wanted this to be a little food for thought, because I don't want anyone to think that, it is easier for anybody. People that are successful, say an Olympic athlete who has worked thousands and thousands and thousands of hours on their goal, a successful business person, they didn't want to do all those hours. They had to force themselves each and every time to get to where they want to be, because they knew if they didn't, they wouldn't get the result. They wouldn't get the goal. So it's not easy, but it is worth it. So anyways, I just wanted you to get up tomorrow and force yourself.